YouTube friends and family. Welcome to my channel, Mary Bourne ND and Gardening with Granny. And it's time for a mid-December chit chat, sip and chat. Well, do you celebrate Christmas? We do. I love Christmas. Christmas, for some people, can be anxiety and depression, and I understand that. To some people, it can be overwhelming. To other people, it's a time where you get together with family and friends and enjoy each other's company. It's a time to celebrate the gifts that you've been given, roof over your head, wonderful food to eat, the ability to do things, and to share these with your friends and family. And so, have you been making things or baking things? How do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? So, years ago, when my husband was a young boy, I mean, we're talking years, his mother had a different way of celebrating Christmas than our family did. She believed that the children should have the tree go up, that Santa brought the tree. So that meant on New Year's Eve, they were putting up the Christmas tree. She also didn't wrap. She put everything in paper bags and would look at the paper bag and then hand it to whoever was to receive that gift. So it was very unusual. And my husband didn't have very fond memories of Christmas because if Santa brought the tree, that means she was out there in the Christmas tree lot getting whatever she could get, which in my husband's memory was a 12-foot tree that his father had to cut down to manage in their 8-foot ceiling. And always an argument, so they were grumpy and so it just wasn't fun. In our family growing up, um, we we had a Christmas tree, and my mom and dad didn't have a whole lot of money, so it maybe sometimes a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but it was a Christmas tree, and we put it up after Thanksgiving. The Saturday after Thanksgiving, the Christmas tree went up, and we all helped to decorate it. And there'd be maybe two or three presents under the tree. There wasn't a whole lot. And we were allowed to open one present before we went to Mass. So on Christmas morning, we get up and we were able to open one present before we went to Mass. And then when we came home from Mass, we were able to open the rest of the presents. We didn't have Christmas stockings. That wasn't a thing. My mom would generally have a turkey. We had a turkey was something she could stretch for many meals. And so we generally had a turkey. Very rarely did we have a ham. Ham was Easter. So, so I had wonderful memories of Christmas. Um, and my presents were always wrapped, maybe not with a bow, but they always were wrapped. And sometimes it was just a little trinket. It didn't really matter how expensive the gift was, but it was something that we appreciated. And so I tried to build on that. And create Christmas to be as peaceful as I could. But I also am a giver. And so whatever my budget allowed, I would give. And my husband liked to create, so he made a lot of things. Um, he made benches and he made just a lot of wonderful things. And my firstborn son was always in the workshop with him. Well, he has wonderful wood making skills and just a very creative mind. My second son has a very creative mind, but he doesn't have the workshop my firstborn has. He converted his garage, two-car garage, into and I think it's 2.5, into a wonderful workshop. So it's like Santa's workshop. And he comes up with some wonderful gifts. For example, this Christmas tree, he created that. So it's things like that, and all around my house, I have things that he created. And if you struggle with anxiety during this time of year and self-doubt and all of that, it, Christmas isn't that much fun. So you got to really do some talking to yourself so that you can make it fun for those around you. And I know my son in Boston does that. He works very hard at making Christmas a happy time, even though he struggles with anxiety and depression. He does the best he can. And that's really all you can ask of somebody, is to do the best they can. Christmas is a time where you have to be forgiving. You have to be able to bend, relax some of the traditions that you've done. Do the best you can at having those traditions as part of the season. I mentioned in my last video that on Thanksgiving morning, both my granddaughters continued the tradition of coming over and making bread with me in the morning, and they've now assumed putting up the Christmas tree, decorating the Christmas tree, and we have fun. Christmas Eve is the time we celebrate Christmas in our family. And my married granddaughter said, "Grandma, Christmas Eve is yours. I have set that aside." So luckily, her husband's family celebrates it on Christmas Day. But you know what? That's the day that my daughter-in-law set aside to celebrate with their family, was Christmas Day. So my son and his wife are now driving to the married granddaughters on Christmas Day so that they can have time together. So my other granddaughter is going to be there and celebrate. But you know what? You have to be flexible and work around things. And just, what is the point? And the point is getting together with friends and family and sharing the moment, celebrating the gifts that you have and those that you want to give. I love, like I said, I'm a giver. I love giving. I'm not a rapper, it's like my husband goes, "My name is Dad." I'm really bad. He's the rapper in the family. But all kidding aside, he does a wonderful job of wrapping presents. So yesterday, the two of us spent time. I picked out the paper. he wrapped the gifts, and then I put bows and ribbons on the gifts. And that was fun, working together as a team to finish the wrapping for the Christmas season. So I just wanted to hop on and mention to you that remember the reason for the season. It's sharing, it's caring, and trying to make other people happy as well as making yourself happy so that you can share your happiness with others. Because sometimes it's difficult season. Sometimes death has occurred. Sometimes bad things have happened during the holidays. And so when everybody else is celebrating, you may not feel like it. And if you have neighbors or friends who have struggled with this time of year, ask them what they could do to make it easier for them. Maybe you can bring over a casserole, or maybe you could clean up their yard, or whatever it is that you can ease their burden a little bit more. So I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I probably will see you before the New Year, so I'll hold off on that. And I'm going to add some little videos of how we're spending the holidays. And most of all, I wish you wonderful health. And may the Lord bless you in many ways. And I will see you in the next video.